So, I had one of the craziest experiences ever on a spirit quest with my brother. This happened a couple of years ago, but I typed up most of this episode when it was fresh. So many of the details were decently clear at the time, and some of it still feels pretty vibrant in my memory because it was so wild. The Spirit Quest started out with a hike up to Pyramid Mountain and a lot of epic conversation from around sunset going into the night. We were hoping to see some UFOs or something like that. We saw some shooting stars, but weren't quite sure we saw any UFOs for sure. The moon was out. The light, wispy clouds were floating by, being lit up, and it was just stunningly beautiful to watch. And then we saw one planet or star, which looked like it was moving, though we couldn't be certain. Then it got weird. Now, my brother is a very entertaining, active, energetic person, and my entire life he's always been like that from what I can remember for the most part. Like, he's just constantly making jokes and saying and doing weird things, even if no one else is showing interest in what he's doing, and he will sort of just create his own show, so to speak, where he's like always entertaining himself, even if other people aren't a part of it. Though usually they are, and usually they are being entertained by him and laughing from his jokes and appreciating his interesting thoughts and such. To give an example, there probably wasn't more than like a few minutes of silence the entire time outside of the one weird, quiet event, which I'll get to shortly. If I wasn't talking, he was talking, or expressing his imagination in other ways. There's very little serious or seriously calm / peaceful energy. It's active, it's turbulent, it's entertaining in my opinion, and enjoyable. We were basically talking about life and going into all kinds of crazy theories and thoughts about the depths of existence, and barely ever serious. It's almost always throughout my whole life of interacting with him, virtually always lighthearted, and then it changed. I don't even really know how to say this or tell anyone this, as I find it hard to believe myself. But what I saw was the closest thing I've ever personally seen to a so-called channeling. My brother was the brother I've always known, laughing, not serious, lighthearted and joking, and then like a flip was switched. Within a moment, completely different. In a single moment, I saw him switch from the brother I've known my entire life to the way I would describe it was basically like a Buddha. It was one of the calmest, most pure energies I've ever experienced in my life. And I feel I'm a decently intuitive and empathic person. I feel like I can judge a lot by what kind of person someone is, simply by how they carry themselves and their body language and their sort of unspoken psychic language of energy human beings transmit, which goes beyond verbal to the way we hold ourselves, to the tone of our voice, to the subtle and not so subtle physical expressions that distinguish so many of us and give us so many of our quirks and things that make us us. He was like in the lotus position, sort of like Buddha, and doing the friggin' like Tai Chi hand signs and stuff, and he started saying some really interesting things. Now, I'm going to have to apologize because I don't remember what he said, and I'm kicking myself for that, but I was under a healthy dose of the Spirit Quest material, and I wasn't keeping notes or anything like that either. I wish I had, but sometimes you just have to experience stuff and not try to record and capture it, and just observe it and witness it on a personal level. Even though I can't tell you what the words he was saying were exactly, I can tell you that the feeling these words gave me were basically like something an advanced alien being might say. It was very peaceful, sort of feeling like harmony and balance and evolution. Those are the three words I would probably use to describe the impression I got from what he was saying. Harmony, balance, and evolution. To me, it almost seems like it was some wise alien from elsewhere offering peaceful and reassuring words that we were on a positive course in our evolution. I was just absolutely floored because I was waiting for him to end it with a joke or for him to mess up one of the things he was saying, but he didn't end with a joke and didn't mess up any of the wise words he was saying. It was totally different and like it was a whole different person than my brother. The energy to me felt like a completely different person. After he gave his sort of alien peaceful evolution message, he started like drifting out of his Zen Buddha state and was kind of like wobbling, so to speak, like he was tired or something. And he was like sort of moving in a circular, tired manner, and not the still, firm, lotus-style Buddha. He was losing connection with the channel, and it got to the point where I was worried he was gonna fall off the edge of the cliff we were sitting on. So I said something like, "Hey, bro, you all right?" And then he told me he was all right and sort of went back to the Zen Buddha state, where he was sitting in lotus with the Tai Chi sort of hand signs, but he wasn't saying anything anymore. He was just really quiet. At this point, I'm still waiting for him to bust out with a joke or something, but no. It was dead serious, like I've never seen him before in my life. Like, he was a totally different person. I kind of wished I would have asked the Zen being some questions, but at the time I was just so literally freaking jaw-droppingly stunned at what I was seeing and hearing that I literally thought maybe an alien was channeling my brother, and I didn't want to interrupt. I wanted it to express itself and to do what it wanted to do. Eventually, after like another 15-20 minutes or so of him being quiet and in his Zen Buddha lotus Tai Chi hand signs, he started to return to his self as I know him. And I told him about what I saw him do, and we started joking about the possibility that he had channeled an alien immediately. My brother was back. Now, I can't say what happened for sure, and I try to stay open-minded to all the possibilities, but I don't really think he was like lying or intentionally trying to make it seem like he was channeling a being when he wasn't. If he was, I'm pretty certain he would have been joking a lot sooner and wouldn't have even made it nearly as far as he did into the presentation. I really don't see how he could do all that and stay in character without cracking a joke or making a mistake or doing something that would make me think he was trying to mess with me, so to speak. I didn't get the impression he was trying to mess with me, and later on the walk back, he told me that he felt like that was a real channel. He said that he really channeled some other kind of intelligence, and I asked him again, and he told me that he wasn't trying to mess with me, and that he really thought he channeled another intelligence. Take all that however you will. It's not my business what you believe. I don't even know what I believe. I just know that I've never seen anything like that before in my life, and that maybe, just maybe, the goal of going out to see some UFOs on a spirit quest might have given us the closest thing outside of an actual, literal, physical meeting. We might have literally had some kind of alien channeling through my brother. I realize that sounds crazy, and it is. As I said, I don't even know how to really write this post. I can barely believe it myself. I would repeat that I've never seen anything like this in my life, other than perhaps on videos on the internet. I actually remember one guy who claimed to be a channeler of aliens, and his body behaved in a similar manner during the channeling. So, makes me wonder. In recent years, I've been more and more wanting to have an actual meeting with aliens, yet I'm still pretty scared of physically meeting them, and I just have to think, what better way than to communicate through my own brother? What if that was sort of a stepping stone, so to speak, or like a midway meeting point, or something like that to take me to the next level of meeting and gradually make me less scared? I would once again say that it felt peaceful and benevolent, yet how can we really know? Assuming he really did channel a being, it might not have been an alien but a spirit of some sort, and it might have just been pretending to be loving and helpful when it had other motivations. I can't say for sure, though it gave me the feeling and impression that it wanted to help share wisdom and knowledge and harmony and peace. So, that's the story. I don't know what happened, but I think my brother might have literally channeled an alien.
Now that I've shared my thoughts, I encourage you to share your thoughts if you want to. Feel free to drop a comment on whichever social media is best for you, or you can send an email to exploringthoughtpodcast@gmail.com. I'll do my best to respond if it's reasonable for me to do so, and if I have the time and am able to. Thank you for your time, and bye until next time.